right, everybody, we're back. My next guest played Gollum in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Now he's playing King Kong in the new motion picture. Take a look. Please welcome Andy Serkis. Wow. First of all, you know, there have been 3 King Kong pictures. This is the third. There's the original. There's a remake in the '70s. And I saw this movie, and I thought one of the reasons it was so successful was that you could really kind of connect with King Kong in this one as, I'm not going to say a person, but as a creature. You know, you could really emotionally connect with him, and I think you get the credit for that because you brought him to life, literally. Well,
I mean, that was kind of, I mean, Peter Jackson, the way he works is when, I mean, the same with Gollum in a way, is if you're going to have a CG character in the film, then you've got to not have the other actors imagine that character there. You've got to have an actor playing that role so that, you know, there's a real, like you say, a real connection going on. So that's the whole premise of starting off. You
took this very seriously. You studied actual gorillas.
That's right.
In the zoo in London. Was that correct?
Well, I started off in London Zoo, and I got to know 4 gorillas there, and they were one of them very well, actually. One of them very well. There were 3 females: Messi, Manouche, and Zaire, and then Bob, who was the male, who was
Bob,
who was actually. He was pretty screwed up. He was brought up in an Italian circus with chimps, and he didn't really know how to be an alpha male gorilla. So the 3 females used to just kind of lash into him and give him a really hard time. But Zaire was...
Did you just slap him around?
Yeah, they'd just mash him, you know. They just give him, but I got on particularly well with Zaire. She kind of picked me out, and we formed this really rather close relationship.
When you say you formed a close relationship, you mean you think that was she attracted to you?
She was deeply attracted to me, and she
really.
I mean, yeah, she was seriously. She was very doughy-eyed. She kind of picked me out, as I say. She kind of. Well, I first saw her on I think it was a Tuesday, and she was knocking on the glass, and I went over and I sat with her, and we were sort of, you know, and she was looking, she was kind of eyeing me up, and then over the months that I was there, we used to play little games. She'd throw little sticks through the bars, and then, you know, and then we started texting, and, you know, and it was just like,
that's how it takes off. Now, what happened? Did she ever, I mean, how did you break it off? How did you...
Well, it actually came to a natural conclusion when my wife came down, because Lorraine came down with the kids. I said, you've got to come down. Now, quite seriously, this relationship was pretty intense between me and Zay, and she saw Lorraine and just immediately was like... And she had this water bottle, well, it was a mineral tea bottle, very sophisticated at London Zoo, and she turned it around and she just went like that and just sprayed Lorraine with this water. And
so your wife shows up and she throws and was like, back off, absolutely. This is my man.
Yeah. And I actually went back. I actually went to see her like a year and a half later, because, you know, shooting Kong took a long time to get her, and I saw her about 3 weeks ago, and she came bounding up and she sort of totally recognised me, and she was like, she looked at me and then she just went. And it was like, you know, where the f*** have you been, you know? And then it was like, why did you want me? It's true.
She's got quite a mouth on her, that.
She's got a masterful command of the English
not in this
language.
country, but don't worry, they'll cut away to another show or something. Now, okay, you spent all this time learning how to become an ape, and you're very serious about this sort of becoming this animal. How do you unlearn it? I mean, did you find yourself over time you know, when you're just with your kids or with your friends, that you still have ape-like qualities.
It's true. I mean, it is difficult because I have been knuckle walking for the last kind of year, quite seriously, and there are certain attributes which, you know, gorilla behaviour, movements, patterns, and so on, which I am struggling to shake off. And I mean, the one which I can't help doing is actually, I mean, say if I'm playing with my kids or anything, I find myself down on the floor and I'm playing. You know, I'm playing with them, and then I'll get up like this, you know, and it's just like, I start to think...
Yeah, and you start throwing poop around the room, and they're like,
I watch other people when they get up off the floor, and it's like, do they do this?
Yeah,
You know,
do you think the knuckle walking might be an improvement?
I think it's, yeah, well, actually, yeah, it's not very good for your knuckles, but...
Right. Now, you, of course, famously played Gollum, and since the success of those movies, I remember you were on the show once and we were talking, and you said that people are always coming up to you and asking you, can you do Gollum for me? Can you do Gollum? Now you've played King Kong in an equally successful film. Are people hounding you now to do Kong wherever you go? Or do Kong and Gollum, or, you know?
Not so much. I mean, someone asked me once, what would Gollum and Kong do if they had to face off with each other, and I said, well, it actually wouldn't just be Gollum and Kong, it would be Gollum and Smeagol versus Kong, and so...
It's like tag team wrestling.
Yeah, exactly, that kind of thing. I mean, I'm not going to do it. You don't want me to do it for you now, do you?
Oh, sure, come on, I want to see a little bit.
Yeah.
Come on!
Well, I guess Gollum would be kind of, no, Smeagol would be going something like,
Go on, precious, biting me. What are you talking about? Look at the size of him. Look at the size of him. Oh, please, I just want to see you swell up and go on, bite the slum. Go on, bite it.
Very nice, I like it. That's another movie. I want a little piece of it, just a taste. 1%. You know, you got... I think that's a very good movie. I would watch that movie. Well, King Kong, obviously, I love that I'm saying King Kong is in theaters now. I like that I'm spreading the word about Kong.
Yeah.
I don't think the ads have been really paying off.
Yeah, it's been seen by everyone on Earth 3 times, but go out and see it a 4th. Andy, thanks so much for coming by. It's always fantastic talking to you. Andy Serkis. We'll be right back. Rodney Crowell and Emmylou Harris. Stick around.